Good morning. Today we're going to be looking at some of the changes that happened to me making a new project in Xcode. Since we've been working with Xcode versions either 9 or 10 on most of the machines with my students, I want to make sure we go over the process how to make a new project using Xcode and how we organize our project structures to make that happen. So we're right here inside the Welcome to Xcode screen. We'll start off with the regular process of making a new Xcode project. And again, we're always using it as a single view app when we start our projects just to go from there. So we click Next and give it a quick name, so Sample. And we're going to keep on using an organization name, and our language is Swift. And this will be one of our last projects where we're using the storyboard approach. In our next future videos, we'll be working with a new version of Swift UI so we can have the more up-to-date version of how to handle user interface inside our iOS apps. But just to start off with this, we're going to use our standard storyboard approach for one of our last videos. We hit Next. Again, you just want to save it like normal, no biggie. Hit Create on our project. And we have our brand new project right here. And we'll go ahead and maximize the screen so we can see this in full view as what we're working on. We have a new structure of files we have to look at using Xcode 11+. One of the biggest things right here is we have scene delegate.swift. This is especially going to be handling with the new Swift UI structure. But for right now, especially using this older project, it doesn't mean anything we're going to be worrying about. And so we have to make sure we handle that though. We have, of course, our launch screen.storyboard that I never use. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that and delete it because, well, I don't need it. So move it to trash, out of the way. But we want to organize our project so we can actually have some structure to our code because unfortunately our Xcode default structure is just a giant pile of files and I don't like that. And so to do so, we're going to organize our code in our usual structure with that. We can't just delete scene delegate.swift, but we don't need to worry about it in most of our basic projects. So we'll do the same thing we've done with app delegate.swift and we're just going to hide it. So I'm going to click on app delegate.swift, scene delegate.swift, our assets.xe assets and info.plist, and we're going to go ahead and right click on it and choose new group from selection. And put it in the resources folder. And so now it's right here inside resources out of the way. My view controller, we'll go ahead and move that inside the controller folder for our model view controller structure. And same thing with main, put that in the view since that's where that's going as well. And boom, we've got that lovely collapse. We haven't done any code changes to that. We've got our great project. I'm going to do Command B to build. And oh no, my build failed. We click a look at the error. So I can either click right here on the one or I can go over here to my error navigator and click on that. And my build input file can't be found. Oh, okay, no big deal. I know how to fix that. I just go over here to my project navigator. I click on the properties for my project and oh no, choose info.plist isn't there. What am I going to do? Well, with this new version of Xcode, we have to actually go through and make a small little change inside some text file to make that happen. So we're going to go up here in that top bar. We're going to choose build settings. And I have this giant pile of preferences that, no, I don't want to worry about that. So in order to find that, what I do is just go over here to the search section and I type in info.plist. And we look over here inside our packaging section. This is the way sure we know we're in the right spot. And if you notice right here, I have info.plist file and it explains exactly where my info.plist is. Oh, it's inside sample/info.plist. Oh, there's sample. And inside sample, oh, I moved it inside resources. Oh, there it is. So I just put the resources directory structure on that. And just add that right there. So I just update that's in the resources file. And I'm going to go ahead and do Command B to build. My build succeeds! Yay, my app's amazing! Now, there is a couple other changes we have to worry about. And so we'll go ahead and we're going to close that out of the way. We don't have to worry about that again, just like normal. Put that back on general just in case I need to go back into the near future. I'm going to go to my view. And inside my view, of course, my storyboard. And now that I'm in my storyboard editing section, there's a couple changes inside Xcode 11 that we want to take a look at. So the first thing we have is if I do Alt-Command-Enter, I don't get my assistant editor anymore. Oh, I get the preview window, which I don't want to worry about that. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to go to my editor, and I'm going to take the preview off. Take that out of the way. Assistant editor is now going to be in the editor, pull down and go to assistant editor, or Control-Alt-Command-Enter. An extra keystroke on that. But again, Control-Alt-Command-Enter, and boom, there's my assistant editor, properly linked. Yay, we're good to go. So I can have that in, and I can close that with that. But we also have a small change right here. Instead of the circle, the square, we just have a plus sign for adding things in. So we'll go ahead and put that in, and we'll go ahead and put a lovely image on here. And we'll drag the image just like normal onto this. I'm going to put my image right here in the center of my screen, make it nice and pretty. And we'll make it a little bit bigger than that because, well, I can. Using the quick little alignment of the blue vertical and horizontal lines, make sure it's nice and happy. And I'm going to put a picture inside that, and that works just like normal. Go to my resources, go to my assets.xe assets, and I'm going to put a picture inside here. Now I've selected a picture already. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go in my glitch art folder, and I've got this cute little squishy kitty picture. Oh, so cute. So we're going to go ahead and put that in. So we're going to go into Xcode, and take that off of maximization so I can easily drag my window onto here. And I'm going to put this squish inside there. Back inside Xcode. Oh, look, there's my squishy cat picture. Wonderful. Go back to my storyboard. I'm going to click on that U image view, and I'm going to go to my image dropdown, and look, there's squish right there. So cute. Let's take a look at this. So we're going to do Command R to run. We should have an amazing build right here. I have squish right there. My sample is loaded right there inside my simulator. And there's my cute squishy kitty. So nice. So, again, just a quick review of what we're working with. There's a small change on what we're working with on the structure. We are going to access our assistant editor from either Control-Alt-Command-Enter on the keyboard, or go down to the editor and go down to the assistant editor, because these circles that were used to be up here are no longer available for us to use. And other than that, though, it's pretty much the same for what we're working with our basic projects. We'll look at the more advanced versions of what we can and can't do inside Xcode on some of our future things, but that's, again, the quick little thing. So the big thing we have to remember, we no longer have the circle to square, we just have a plus sign to add components to it. Oh, look, there's our circle to square right there. Easy to add, just drag and move like normal. The assistant editor we access from the editor drop-down menu now. Going up to editor, go down to assistant, or using Control-Command-Enter for that. But the big thing, the really important thing we need to make sure we worry about when we're organizing our project structure is, instead of clicking on right here and using the Choose info.plist button from that, we have to go over to our build settings. We type inside the search bar either packaging to take us to the directory structure, or info.plist. And we go inside packaging and look for info.plist file and add the resources folder where I moved it inside the directory structure for that. And that's all we have to do to make a project with that. Good to go. We'll be doing some more projects and new stuff again really soon. So thank you and have a great day. Cheers.